If we talk about the attitude, basically, what are the components of attitude? What are the components? Cognitive, affective, and behavioral. Now you need to change someone's attitude. Persuasion means it's all about that. So how you will persuade someone better? What you have to say? When you're trying to figure out the message, make sure that you're addressing these parts. The cognitive part and the affective part mostly. So what could be the cognitive part? What you can do to increase the persuasion? Come on, cognitive part, any example? Facts. The most important part is the facts. In the cognitive part, people are having some kind of perception, some kind of already beliefs. So, if you want to change that, you need to provide the facts. Understood? So, you should not do this, or you should do this for these reasons. If you do this, these are the things that will come. So, basically, you are giving the facts to the audience. So, this will increase your persuasion. Not only that, arguments. The more the arguments, the better the persuasion is. When you are countering that you should not do this, but you have to do it in this manner, it's not just one statement, it's not just one fact, but rather you need to give a multiple arguments why the person should behave in a particular manner. Understood? So, arguments along with the facts, multiple arguments are the better one. The higher the arguments, the better it is. Now, we use the word arguments in basically in a negative connotation. Arguing means what? Basically, we take it as fighting with someone without tools. But that's not the case. Arguments means two different of opinion that are being put together in a in a systematic manner. When you are expressing your opinion in opposition to the other person's, so you are basically having difference of opinions but put together in a right format. Next, affective part. What you can do to address the affective part of the people? Sorry? Love, or I would empathy, not the sympathy, basically empathy. Next, empathy, and if you want you can talk about the compassion also. Next, what else that we can do to affect their affective component? Sorry, relevance, okay, ठीक है. But we are specifically talking about the feelings and emotions. How we can do that? Spirituality. Spiritual awareness. Remember this, guys. Most of the people have this opinion that spirituality means religion. It's not. Spirituality means not necessarily the religion. Understand this very clearly. Though most of the time it coincides with the religion, but it's not necessarily always spiritual. It is a state of mind actually. When we are talking about the spiritual nature, we are talking about the state of mind of an individual. That too on the positive side, or a peace of mind that you can say simply. So it could be for a religious person, it could be for a non-religious person as well. Understood? Next, physical activities. Physical activities. You might be asking, sir, Why physical activities, or how it will affect the affective component of a person? How? Simple, guys. Physical activity will take away the stress from the person. It takes away the negative emotions of a person. An individual can ventilate out the negative emotions in the physical activities. Understood? That will give a good push towards, for example, games. Games convey a very good purpose to the people. It conveys a message, not just one. There are multiple messages that a game conveys. What are the things that a game conveys? What is the basic messages that the game conveys? Any game. Sportsmanship. In that, if I have to talk specifically, it tells you to adapt to the failures. It tells you that failure is not a stop one, it is just an event. So you can grow from there. From there, you can try and you can succeed as well. It's just a short living one. What else a game teaches? How to be in a team, how to coordinate with the others. Some games teaches you the team playership or sportsmanship in this case. Understood? Sorry? Maybe leadership qualities. Agreed. So there are a lot of things that physical activities or sports can teach us. Okay? Clear? Any doubts? Now there are other things also that are there that can change an individual's perception or thoughts. Like for example, if we talk about the cognitive, we can talk about sensitivity training. Sensitivity training. You can also talk about role modeling. You can also talk about teachings from great leaders. A lot of things that you can do to increase your persuasion. If you want to change someone's attitude, there are different methods that you can try. Understood? So sensitivity training, when you're teaching that what kind of diversities that exists, so there one will get to know about the other persons. So which means the cognitive component is getting changed, which means that you will not discriminate next time if you have already visited. You know, it is widely believed that people who come from the poor families will not discriminate against the poor because they have already seen the difficulties faced by the poor people. But people from the rich families, they do not know what kind of difficulties that the poor family would face. So that's why they go with a stereotypical mentality. So in the training, even in Bharat Darshan, what we do basically is they teach you, they take you to places to show you what kind of diversities that exist, what kind of discriminations, what kind of lifestyles that exist, so that you will change your cognitive part. They will make you more sensitive towards the diversity that exists in India. Understood? Is that clear? Now, when we talk about the behavioral component, if you want to reduce the tendency, behavioral tendency of an individual, so any laws that are there or religious text is there, they can help to reduce the tendency, behavioral tendency of an individual. Like for example, RTI is there, anti-corruption laws are there. Those things will prevent the behavioral tendencies of an individual. Rewards and punishments is a very broad one. You can write it, but where you are exactly talking about? Cognitive part, affective part, or behavioral part? If not this, independently, yes, I would definitely say. I am taking this to show you that in the exam, if the question comes, if you need to write more, You need to have more points to write. That's why I'm dividing this. Written? Everyone. Any doubts here? Any doubts? Okay.